Hey, my little Murkros, Hotchcrowd here, welcome you back for some more Pikmin series. In the last episode, we started on Pikmin 2. In this episode, we're going back to the Valley of Repose, which we discovered yesterday. And we're going to see what we can do here today. And this is not worth reading, because all it's doing is showing him how to go under the onion and press A to call up Pikmin. So since today we don't have 100 Pikmin, really our only option is to bring out all of my reds. Really. We're going to take Louie and we're going to go ahead. We're going to leave Almar here, just so I can kind of speedrun this day a little bit more. If you leave your Pikmin too far behind, they're just going to get lost and stop following you. And you're gonna have to call them back. I see that pallet posy up there. I'm gonna hope that I can get that soon. I'm just gonna leave 5 of them up there for now. I'm just trying to get in some recordings before Thanksgiving. Yes, I am recording at least I'm gonna try to get in at least 20 recordings before Thanksgiving, because I'm having friends coming over. I'm hoping I could upload 2 videos every day. It's Thanksgiving break and stuff. I already missed out on Monday. I completely forgot. Oh man, I missed it. But they got that pellet down, so that's good. Come on, Almar, you only plucked 1 Pikmin. I mean, the captains do actually help you pluck a little bit faster too if you have both of them at the same time. So it's also good to know, except we're going to get a power-up later on that allows us to pluck Pikmin instantly without having to even press A. Instead it's a different button, but it's something. And we're going to put 8 of them on this wall. And then we're going to have to take these 35 and throw them on this really quick. And there's our second treasure. I always like how it's a mustache guy yelling, "Oh." I'm sure that's not intentional, but it's still kind of funny. We're gonna kill this Bulbor with our captain, because our captains are actually a lot stronger in this game, and they can handle a lot of tasks by themselves. Whereas in Pikmin 1, if you even tried punching an enemy, the only ones you could really kill were the sheer grubs and the dwarf bulbors. So so it's pretty useless to even try to even kill them. I also recommend you switch your captain a little bit, because your the captain that you're not controlling as much is a lot weaker. There we go. Killed him. And he even dropped the 5 pellet, which is awesome. We have just enough, but we're just gonna wait till this treasure makes it back first, since it's right here. And then we'll be able to carry back the 5 pellet too. Normally I like punching the first glow orb because red Pikmin aren't the strongest, especially the leaves, and I don't want to lose Pikmin on the second day. Which is actually technically the first day you can even lose Pikmin, whereas in Pikmin 1 I'm pretty sure it is possible to leave Pikmin behind, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I've never really tried that out before. I might actually try that sometime. See if it's even possible to leave Pikmin behind. And we're gonna leave behind that, and Omar is just going to come back to the base. I like how Omar like bobs his head back and forth when he whistles. He also kind of like freezes and shakes. There we go. Pikmin destroyed, a wall. Okay, yes, we don't care. Now we can check out that pile of poop in the back. At least there's no cutscene for that day being halfway over this time. Just the rest of you guys. In Pikmin Trip, it isn't as big as a deal in this game, because normally they just get right back up and deal with it. So now we're gonna check out this pile of poop right here. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the voices anymore because I can't do them. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall detach my research pod, which is what he's talking to us with right now. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Emergence Cave. We'll be finding out what those circles at the top mean. Because of the weird video quality, you can kind of see fire, water, electricity, and purple stuff, which is poison. Which is electricity and poison are new elements in this game. I don't really like poison as much. And electricity is kind of mean too. Emergence Cave, sub-level 1. Sub-level 1. Sub-level 1. Intriguing. My heart sensors. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check the underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me, which is the same as last time. Looks like, what the heck? New enemies, snowy bulborbs. They're dwarf snowy bulborbs. Might actually just be snowy bulborbs because their adult version isn't still the same thing. Adult form, which really isn't their true adult form, which everyone still believes it is. You might be wondering, well, there's no onion down here, so what happens to enemies that get carried back? Well, we're about to find out after we get this orange back. Citrus alone. We're gonna find out just what this does. Quenching emblem. Zerk. How could you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I'll store your finds in my hold, but I do not think beasts will be worth very much. Yes, they do give you some Pokos. That one actually gave me 2 Pokos. Enemies will either give you from 1 to 15 Pokos. So it's not really too worth spending all your time carrying stuff back. It's just if you really want to. I'm not going to really waste my time with carrying back enemies in this game. But I will carry them back if Pikmin accidentally grab it without me realizing, and it's not going to waste much. And it doesn't matter because it won't be wasting any time. Yeah, I'm just not really going to bother with any dead corpse, really. So, sorry if you really like me carrying back dead bodies and cleaning up everything. There's some people that just are OCD about stuff, like me, trying not to be OCD. And I also want to just hug this wall because there's a cutscene right here that I'm trying to skip over. There we go. I don't really want to deal with that cutscene right now, because it'd just be a lot funnier if I activated it after coming over here. So whatever this is right here. We got candy pop buds, but they're not blue, they're purple. I honestly don't know why they decided to have blue and purple ones, because colorblind people would suck at this game. Astounding, a flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Alright, and then pluck our new Pikmin, and they're purple. They also are fat and they have hair on their head. Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems to be very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your notes, in your report, Almar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers. Intriguing. Perhaps there are others? Perhaps. I don't know. There we go, we got our first new Pikmin type, other than reds. And yes, they are a lot slower and they are a lot bigger. But there's other things about purples that you should know, which is they can stun enemies, which means that, and well, obviously enemies will be stunned and they won't be able to move for a long time. And here we go, a globe. It is inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design of the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will I ever lift it? I fear that not even 100 red Pikmin will be able to lift it. Well, that's what we got purples for. They can carry the weight of 10. I like how they made it 101. That's just stupid. Whatever. So we're just going to go over here and trigger another cutscene. Astounding! Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate that it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. So yeah, we got new Pikmin type today. And now we're just waiting for them to get it back, which they're already there. Spherical Atlas. This device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere, retrieving data. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the spherical chart, or the sphere chart. Press plus to contact me and go to the exploration kit, blah blah blah. It's not really helpful anyway. So we're just gonna leave. We got everything we could in the dungeon. First dungeon complete. There are 14 in this game, so 13 to go. This is actually the smallest dungeon, so we're gonna be getting into bigger ones later on. I just decided to do this all in one episode, because why wouldn't I? The first 2 days are normally really easy to just get done. You might be wondering why the purple Pikmin don't have an onion. Well, Ship is about to explain. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. Spelunking is actually cave exploring, if you don't know what that is. You gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Yeah, there's still a lot of Almar, Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. I guess they had to have 2 separate cutscenes just in case you went back to the surface without getting your Pikmin. Must be exhausted, blah blah blah, okay. So we're gonna be getting to a new area tomorrow. So that's gonna be awesome. Love new areas. Which means we're done at the Valley of Repose for quite some time, actually. We might not be here for at least another 10 episodes or more. Maybe another 15, maybe another 20, maybe 30, I don't know. We're just not coming back here anytime soon. Today's report. 652. We got a lot of Pokos today. Yes, there are 5 Pikmin types, which means there is 1 that we still haven't met yet. Baby steps first, Almar. Plan well and do not worry about me. Our debt is with happy Hope savings alone, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! We're glad to see he's happy. In the next episode, we are going to go to the new area, which is the spring-looking area, the Awakening Wood, and I'll see you guys then.